Hello everyone, my name is Cameron. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the WrestleMania 37 Night 1 review. I really quick want to apologize for this coming out just a little bit later than I planned. So let me give you guys a quick breakdown of what exactly happened. So Sunday night, Jesse and I, after Jesse and I got out of work and we were gone, we learned about the weather delay that WrestleMania had on Saturday. And we were going to watch it. We're like, all right, well, we'll wait for it to be over because it looked like it was still going. And Peacock basically told us it was still going for like 7 hours total. And we're like, what the fuck? So then we reloaded. Reloading Peacock did nothing. We reloaded like 4 or 5 times and it did nothing. We reloaded my Xbox completely and it still did nothing. And because obviously it was glitching out and saying it was still live, we couldn't actually watch it because Peacock does not let you restart a live program. You cannot start it from the beginning. So it was very stupid and kind of annoying. And so that really pissed me off. And we had the issue of that. So we didn't get to watch it until really late. We got through not even the first match Saturday night. And Jesse fell asleep. So Sunday night when we got back, we watched the rest of the first match. We watched the rest of night 1. And then we watched all of night 2 except for about half of night 2 on Sunday. After going to get Domino's so we could eat, because that's normally what we do for Mania is we eat Domino's because it's delicious and we love Domino's. So we watched about half of night 2. And then Monday night we watched the rest of night 2, which we finished and has been reviewed. The reviews are written up and ready to go. I just have to record and upload them. But I just want to let you guys know what kind of happened. I didn't plan on these coming out on Tuesday, but it's just how it is sometimes. You know, things don't always go to plan. Tuesday/Wednesday, because I realize it's like 11:30, 12 in the morning already. Okay, so yeah. So starting with the WWE Championship match with Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. Prediction was Drew McIntyre for both myself and Jesse. So before the match even starts, Vince comes out to open the show saying that the fans were the biggest and most important thing missing during the last year. I think I agree with him. Having no fans for wrestling shows was kind of weird. Even when they did the Thunderdome, it was still really weird for me. So I really liked that we got to have fans again. Apparently, the huge weather delay, like I said, it stopped it for a couple hours. It seems like, I believe. Baby Rexha came out. She sung "America the Beautiful." It was okay. The cold open was kind of weird. They had one dude starting it, like the normal wrestling, WWE, announcer type dude that does it. And then a British dude dropped in and he redid it. And I thought it fit the weird year of wrestling we've had, and I thought it was really well done. I liked it. They go to a bunch of backstage interviews and stuff because of the weather delay. The New Day look really cool with some badass tires. Their hair is kind of styled up all pirate-like. Titus and Hulk say a lot of random shit. Lots of energy and cocaine were involved. Drew comes out and does a Claymore countdown with the fans before plunging his sword deep into the stage. Cole states to become a legend, to become a Hall of Famer in this business. You have to have held the WWE Championship. Cole, you've never been more wrong in your entire life, because Roddy Piper, Mr. Perfect, Andre the Giant, Ted DiBiase, and many, many, many others would like to speak with you just to tell you how far your head is up your own ass. Because one, you can become a Hall of Famer in this business doing literally fucking anything. Ozzy Osbourne has barely done anything, no offense to Ozzy, because he's fantastic, but he hasn't done much in the wrestling world, and yet he is a Hall of Famer. William Shatner hasn't done much in the wrestling world, and yet he is a Hall of Famer. Drew Carey popped up one time at the Royal Rumble to get chased off by Kane, and he is a Hall of Famer. So don't say you have to have held the WWE Championship to be a Hall of Famer, to be a legend in this business, because there's countless people who are legends in this business. There's countless people who are Hall of Famers in this business who have never held that championship. And there will be countless more to come who have never held that championship. Cole did not stop speaking out his own ass for the entirety of the WrestleMania event. I mean nights 1 and 2. He spoke like he had his head shoved so far up his ass that even Heidenreich wouldn't be able to get it out. Slow start to the match, control shifting back and forth. Overhead belly to belly to Lashley, and he basically says, "Fuck you." He does the arm up thing. Back and forth punches. Lashley drives McIntyre to the corner. Drew reverses it and unloads on him in the corner. Lashley's in control, unloading on Drew with lots of stiff strikes. Goes to attack Drew in the corner, sidestep, sending Lashley in the post. McIntyre starts attacking the arm, and this was a big focus for the match, was attacking the arm to stop the Hurt Lock from being locked in. Lashley takes control with some ground and pound, not pound and ground, like Michael Cole said. It's not called pound and ground, it's called ground and pound. And hearing Cole fuck that up pissed me off. Like, it just sounded so stupid. Like, no, Cole, don't fuck that up. It's ground and pound. Don't ever call it pound and ground again. That sounds so wrong. Not that ground and pound sounds any better, but still. Where am I at? Oh, yeah. Shoulder tackles in the corner, whips him across the ring. Drew bounces out with a clothesline and starts to take control. Overhead belly to belly. Another one hits a neck breaker. Does a kip up. Future shocks avoided. Bobby with more shoulder tackles in the corner because he doesn't know what else to do. Runs at him, gets hit with an elbow. Northern Lights suplex for a 2 count. Lashley hits Drew with the power slam, hits the Glasgow kiss. Massive spinebuster take down Drew for a 2 count. Also, I do want to mention we're not going to be hearing Samoa Joe say, "Give us a kiss" anymore. Because if you guys don't know, there has been updates to the commentary teams. I believe it's Byron Saxton, Corey Graves, and some new signing going to Raw. Michael Cole and somebody, I don't know who, for SmackDown. Tom Phillips is moving to commentating duties on 205 Live. And Samoa Joe, as most likely, is going back to in-ring competition. Not that I'm upset about that. I'm just stating the facts. Hurt locks avoided, knees to the midsection of McIntyre, strong elbows, chops, forearm smash to Bobby, Alabama slam takes Lashley down for a 2 count. Drew gets a Kimura in on top of the turnbuckle. Lashley fights it off, upside down throw by Drew, goes for a Claymore, caught into a big spinebuster. Kip up, stares down Lashley, I just felt like something hit my arm. That was weird. Lots of back and forth strikes. Lashley ends up getting the upper hand. Overhead belly to belly. Future shock DDT. Up for a second. Goes for a third. Hits it. 2 count. Claymore countdown. Lashley rolls out of the ring. Drew hits him and MVP with a suicide dive. Lashley sets up for the Hurt Lock. Drew fights it off. Rams him in the turnbuckle. Spinebuster is reversed into a Kimura. Lashley fights the rope. Lots of back and forth strikes. Drew gets ready to do the Claymore. Gets distracted by MVP. Lashley takes advantage. Gets in the Hurt Lock. Drew fights back. Goes to roll into a pin off the turnbuckle, but it's still locked in. Drew passes out, 10 out of 10, 0-1 on predictions. I didn't see that coming. Like, when they announced the WWE Championship was the first match, which was the start of the show when they announced that, I was like, okay, Drew's probably going to lose. Which sucks, because Drew deserved to have, like, his moment winning the championship in front of the fans. So, it's kind of bullshit that he still didn't end up getting it. But he did look tough in his loss. He passed out. He didn't tap out, and I really don't like that Bobby won. I'm not a huge Bobby Lashley fan. I never really have been. So, I don't know. I just don't like him as champion, basically. He feels like another Brock Lesnar type who's just there for the paycheck. Now, he might prove me wrong. I mean, he's already defended this more times since he's gotten it than Brock Lesnar would have, but still. Bayley's backstage with Titus and the NWO. Tries to go for Too Sweet, and Kevin Nash is like, nah. X-Pac does it, and so does Scott Hall, though. For some reason, she was delusional and thought that she was also part of the WrestleMania hosting gig. Don't ask me. Match number 2 with the Women's Tag Team Turmoil number 1 contenders match. God, that's a mouthful. We have Lana and Naomi versus Rose and Dana Brooke versus the Riot Squad versus Billy Kay and Carmella versus Natalya and Tamina. Predictions were Lana and Tamina for both myself and Jesse. Out first is Lana and Naomi. It's going to be tough. Then Carmella and Billy Kay. Mella looks more like her old self. She's got like the money-draped attire on rather than the stupid shit she's been wearing. Naomi's in control over Mella. Tags in Lana. Mella starts to fight back. Kay tags in as momentum shifts. Naomi takes control back. Mella taken down as Lana comes back in. Lots of quick tags. Billy starts getting double teamed. Baszler and Jax are watching backstage. Lana and Naomi are eliminated 0-2 for Jesse and me already. The Riot Squad comes out next with a Joker and Harley Quinn themed attire, which I thought looked really fucking cool because, I mean, they fit those kind of molds. Mella and Kay are in control. Riot breaks up a tag. Mella is caught cheating as Mella and Kay try to cheat in a pin again, but no luck. Riot Squad with a senton backbreaker combo to eliminate Mella and Kay. Mella is a sore loser. Super kicks Morgan. Brooke and Rose come out. Mandy slips on the ramp because of the water. I do not want to see anybody laughing about it. I mean, yes, it was kind of funny to watch, but there's a legitimate reason. She was in wrestling boots, and the ramp was wet. It makes sense. Other people slipped in spots where it wasn't even wet, and other people slipped on night 2, which it didn't rain, as far as I know, night 2. So, blockbuster by Brooke for a 2 count. Brooke and Rose are in control. Morgan finally gets tagged in, takes it to Mandy. Riot Squad with a tag move for a 2 count, gets broken up. Dana tags in by smacking Mandy's ass, hits a swanton bomb for a 2 count, reversed into a small package by Liv. Mandy and Dana are eliminated. Greg Hamilton fucked this call up, and he announced and says, because it was a roll up first, like Dana Brooke covered in a roll up sort of like a small package almost, and Liv reversed it, and then it was counted 3, and Greg goes, and the Riot Squad have been eliminated. No, Greg, they weren't eliminated. They won. The saddest part is that's not the worst call of the weekend. Well, at least not night 1. Natty and Tamina come out. Sharpshooters reversed into a roll-up for a 2 count. Lots of quick tags between Natty and Tamina. Double-teaming Liv. Riot breaks up the pin. Riot Squad are in control. Interesting tag move. Riot Squad double-teaming Tamina. Gutbuster senton for a 2 count. Tamina getting away. Natty tags in. Heart attack to Riot. Natty goes for the sharpshooter. Decides not to do it and lets Tamina go up for the splash. Tamina and Natty win. 0-2 on predictions. 10 out of 10. I love tag team matches. Tag team wrestling is one of my favorite things in the world. And tag team turmoil matches are normally fantastic. And this one is no different. I thought all the teams looked really good, and except for the slight mess up by Greg Hamilton and the small slip of Mandy Rose at the start of her entrance, I thought the match went really well. I don't know if Greg just didn't know what he was supposed to call, or if there was a fuck up. Maybe Dana and Mandy were supposed to move on. I don't know. Maybe Dana was supposed to reverse it. It wouldn't be the first time it's happened. Not even the first time it's happened to Dana. She's done that before. So, who knows? More Night Panther Old Spice shit. I honestly love it. It's dumb, but so fucking funny. Rick Bugenhagen's doing great in that, I think. I love the fact that Tozawa and R-Truth and Drew Gulak and so many other people are getting involved in that because it's such a dumb thing, but it's just really good. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't remember if I saw any. I'm going to double check. But I don't remember seeing any switches for the 24/7 championship during Mania's night 1 or 2. Night 1 or 2. So I'm going to double check just to be safe because who knows? Maybe I missed one during the Old Spice commercials because there was a few of them. But I know that they've been doing some stuff on like YouTube, on WWE's YouTube channel, or maybe maybe it was on the Old Spice YouTube channel. I don't really know for sure. But we're going to scroll down. Okay, so no. The most recent was still R-Truth winning it back from Joe Average, a.k.a. Rick Boogs, / Eric Bugenhagen, which for some reason doesn't exist on Wikipedia. The fuck Wikipedia. So yeah, that's still the most recent one. And he's at 22 days and counting. It's so insane. There's so many things that are insane on this. All right. That was all I want to check, though, so there was no changes. Match number 3 is a men's singles match with Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Prediction was Cesaro for both. I have to add, Rollins' attire looked fantastic. Rollins' entrance looked fantastic. A lot of the attires from the weekend looked fantastic. Cesaro hits quick uppercut, is in control. Lots of uppercuts, staying one step ahead of Seth. Buckle bomb after the sunset flip out of the corner, which, again, if you guys don't ever watch Seth doing these, he goes really slowly with doing it. It's very, you're like, oh man, that's so choreographed. It's choreographed for a reason. He is one of the people who has had a bad history with sunset flip power bombs, and so I'm glad he does it slow now, because if you guys don't remember, a couple years back, about 2015, 2016, Seth Rollins went to do a sunset flip sunset flip into the buckle bomb, and he landed awkwardly on his knee, and it's the big knee injury he had right before the Shield had the triple threat battleground, or like right before 2016, the big knee injury he had, that was that knee injury. Like, that's what happened, is he went into a sunset flip, or it might not have been that exact injury, but he's injured his knee like that before. So if you watch it, especially when he's doing sunset flips to Roman Reigns, he goes really slowly, and Roman like really helps him out. And I mean, to be fair, if I fucked my knee up that bad too, yeah, I'd be being as careful as I can as well. Hits the superplex, Falcon Arrow combo, backslide to Seth, kicks out, lots of upcuts to Seth, swing setup, but Seth reverses it, goes for it again, Seth still avoiding it, Enziguri takes him down, stomp avoided, gets him into it. 9 swings by Cesaro into the sharpshooter. Rollins gets the rope. Fans start chanting for it again. Hits the Gotch neutralizers avoided. Springboard knee strike followed by a sling blade. Corkscrew splash for a 2 count. Gotch neutralizer for a 2 count. Goes for another neutralizer, but it gets reversed, and Seth hits the pedigree for a 2 count. A move we haven't seen since he faced, I believe the last time we saw it was when he faced Triple H at WrestleMania. I could be wrong, but I believe that was the last time he pulled the pedigree out. He might have done it at Survivor Series a couple years ago in 2019 or 2018, but I can't remember for sure. But I believe that's the first time since he had the match with Triple H a couple years ago at Mania that he's hit the pedigree. Stomp is avoided, catches and kicks Cesaro in the back of the neck. Cesaro reverses the stomp into an uppercut. Cesaro with the UFO airplane spin, and he calls it the airplane spin because he uses no hands. No arms, drops Seth down, gets 23 more swings in, bringing the total to 32. Hits the neutralizer, and Cesaro wins 12 out of 10, 1 and 2 on predictions. Great match. Cesaro deserved it so much. He deserved that win. He's fantastic, and I'm glad to see him getting the respect he deserves for being as amazing as he is in the ring. And if only Shinsuke could get that same respect. And before anyone says, oh, good, he finally won his first singles match at Mania, wrong. False. Don't let WWE's bullshit narrative. Don't buy into their bullshit narrative. He had a singles match against Drew Gulak last year on the pre-show, which for some reason in WWE's eyes, the pre-show doesn't count. Then why the fuck do you put matches on it? How about you just don't put matches on the pre-show at all? That way you don't have to say, oh, that match doesn't count because it was on the pre-show. Like, no, the pre-show counts, you fucking dick. Quit being assholes. Match number 4, the Raw Tag Team Championship match. We have The New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos. Prediction was Styles and Omos for both. Styles almost slipped on the stage as they were doing their taunts. Again, the stage was wet. I'm not going to fucking laugh about it. Omos starts the match off with Kofi. AJ starts instead after a lot of trash talking and taunting from the New Day. SOS is avoided. Calf Crusher is avoided. Styles is in control until Kofi drops him with a giant slam. Woods is tagged in, and the New Day double team Styles over in their corner. Hit the Unicorn Stampede on Styles. New Day are still in control over AJ, keeping him isolated. According to Michael Cole, JBL calls that the Unicorn Stomp. I've literally never heard anyone else call it that. I've only ever heard it called the Unicorn Stampede, but I'll take your word for that, Michael Cole. Again, Michael Cole talking out his ass for basically the entirety of the 2 nights. And before anyone says, oh, wasn't Tom Phillips there to break it up? No, Michael Cole called every fucking match. It just deferred on who he was calling it with. It was him and Joe and Byron if it was a Raw match, or just him and Corey, or at one point it was him and Jerry Lawler and I think Samoa Joe or Corey Graves or something, and JBL was out there for a match, which made no fucking sense. It's very annoying. Styles tries to run around to get to Omos, but Woods stops him. Kofi taking control over him as he is tagged in. Chest stomp for a 2 count. Styles tries to get to Omos, but Woods pulls him back. Tagging Kofi in. Big splash to the back of Styles for a 2 count. Up, up, down, down is avoided as Kofi looks at Omos. Styles gets to Omos before Woods can attack him. Omos against Woods. He tries to attack his legs. Nothing. Hits a dropkick. Nothing. Kofi tries to take him down. Caught and slammed. Almost destroying the New Day. Squishing them in the corners. Massive backbreaker to Woods. Gets a face claw in. Bending him over his knee. Almost hitting a massive backbreaker to Kofi. Phenomenal form to Woods off of Omos' shoulders. Picks Kofi up. Massive powerbomb. Kind of like spinebuster type move. Covers with 1 foot. AJ and Omos win. 2 and 2 on predictions. 10 out of 10. I thought it was a great match. Omos looked fantastic in the ring. AJ is a Grand Slam champion. Omos wins not only his first pay-per-view match, but his first match, his first Mania match, and his first championship match. And the New Day looked great in the start, so they didn't take too much damage to their character in this match. I think AJ and Omos deserve it, and I'm very happy to see them as champions. I'm very happy to see where this goes. I'm very excited to see where this goes as time goes on. Then, something I didn't even know was happening. Apparently everyone else had heard about this, but I hadn't. There was a WWE 2K22 teaser trailer during Mania, both nights 1 and 2. So everything we know about it so far, Rey Mysterio and Cesaro are in the game because they're in the teaser trailer. They're the teaser trailer. It looks like Rey Mysterio is probably going to be the cover star because it's very focused on him. This trailer was very focused on him. So it's looking like Rey, potentially Rey and Dominic, are going to be the cover stars. I would love it if they gave us a version with Ray and Eddie as the cover stars, because I think Eddie deserves that like crazy. I don't know how they do it, but I feel like Ray and Eddie would be a fantastic cover for the game. The attires were a little bit old. Cesaro's, I think, was from January of last year, and Ray's was from like November of 2019, I think, from what I've seen on videos. But it is confirmed for current gen consoles, the PS4, the PS4, the Xbox One, and PC, as well as next gen consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox One Series X/S. I don't know if there's gonna be a Nintendo Switch version. WWE games have not been too great on the Switch. I'm looking at you, 2K19 or 2K18, whichever one got released on the Switch. It was terrible. It does look like there's a Thunderdome set, but it does not look like it's fully implemented yet. It's just the set. There's no, screens of fans or anything like that. But again, this seems like the very early build for the teaser trailer. So as more is released, I will talk about it on the channel, because it means 2K22 Universe Mode is going to be a thing. For those of you who've been wondering, we've announced it already that it's going to be a thing. But we are definitely going to be continuing it forward and doing a lot of cool stuff with it. And I cannot wait for you guys to see it. As always, I will be doing a midnight release stream, because I don't typically buy these games physically. I typically pre-order them digitally and pre-order the best version I can digitally. That may be the way I do it this year. That may not be the way I do it this year. If they have a really good collector's edition, I'll probably pre-order the collector's edition. If they have a really cool cover, maybe I'll pre-order the actual version of the game, because I do have a few WWE 2K games that are on disc rather than digital. All right, match number 5, men's steel cage match, Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. Prediction was Strowman for both, and this is the match Jerry Lawler's on commentary for some fucking reason. Elias and Riker attack Braun with chairs outside the cage as Shane keeps the cage shut, focusing their attacks on the knee. McMahon gets a chair in and starts unloading on Braun. Lots of chair shots. Eventually, Braun catches the chair, but Shane attacks the leg, gets the chair back, hits Strowman with it, and tries to walk out the door. Strowman stops him, then stops him from climbing out. Shane with a lot of quick punches, kicks Braun, keeping control over him. Shane gets shoved down. Braun's still limping. Shane rips some sheet metal off of the top of the cage and attacks Braun with it. Tries to get to the door again, but Braun pulls him back into the ring, slams him down, slams him into the sides of the cage, kicks to the chest of Shane, massive punch. Lots of big punches to the chest, squashing Shane against the cage wall. Big fist to take him down after a lot of taunting during the setup, which I don't know why he taunted so much. Running power slam, but the leg gives out. Shane starts to slam Braun's head into the cage wall. DDT. Shane goes up to the turnbuckle, coast to coast, hitting Strowman for a 2 count. Riker and Elias climb the outside of the cage. Shane climbs the inside of the cage. They try to help him out. They almost get him out before Strowman runs in the side, knocking Elias and Riker way down and making Shane fall all the way down to the apron inside the ring. Shane tries to climb out again, punches to the top of Braun's head, grabs a toolbox and slams it on Braun's head, sending him down. Shane's climbing out. Shane starts taunting Braun for some unknown dumbass reason. Braun grabs his hand through the cage and rips the wall apart, drags him back to the ring, throws him onto the top of the cage. Strowman's up with him. Strowman picks him up, shoves him down into the ring. It wasn't as cool as it could have been. Goes back in, pins him, or picks him up, running power slam, pins him. Strowman wins. 3-2 on predictions, 12 out of 10. Honestly, the match was a lot better than it had any right to be. It had a lot of really cool spots, especially Strowman ripping the cage wall open. It was very unique. We've never really seen somebody just go and rip the cage apart like that, so I thought that was really cool. I thought the match ended up being really, really good. For it being Strowman and Shane McMahon. Shane definitely carried Strowman through that match, though. I'm just kidding. They're both actually really good. I just like to give both of them a lot of shit. So, yeah. Match number 6, men's tag team match. We have Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and John Morrison. Bayley runs out and screams ding dong hello, coming out to commentary to take over for Cole. Shows the Hall of Fame induction stuff for the 2020 class. Night 2 was where the 2021 class was shown off. Booker T's on commentary for this match because he's Bad Bunny's friend. A lot of bunnies come out, and it's funny because they're holding their heads as they come out so the heads don't fall off, which I thought was really funny. Miz and Morrison's entrance, obviously, it's not Bad Bunny and Priest. They come out singing Hey Hey Hop Hop. I love it. It's so fucking stupid, but for some reason I just loved it. Bad Bunny comes in on a big ass semi with a lot of sparks flying. It was a pretty cool entrance, and there's more about him on night 2 that I'll mention during the night 2 review. Priest starts off against Miz. Miz says bring in Bad Bunny. He starts trash talking him. He comes in the match, gets the fans hyped up, says here, take a free shot. He fucking hits him with a huge right and takes Miz down. Bad Bunny was doing really well. Another big right hand. Miz attacking in the corner. Bunny reverses it and starts hitting lots of punches. Takes him down with lots of punches. Bunny with a beautiful reversal followed by an arm drag sending Miz down outside. He actually took this seriously and it fucking shows. He taunts them. Almost gets the win with a roll up. Miz trash talking Priest. Miz is hit in the stomach. Hurricane Run with a huge amount of spins. Kick and a headbutt to Morrison. Elbow in the corner. Second one is avoided. Miz takes a cheap shot. Miz tagged back in. Double teaming Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny trying to fight out of a hold, but is thrown in the corner. Starts unloading with strikes on Miz and Morrison. Roll up for a 2 count. Snap DDT to Bad Bunny. Morrison slams him off the announce table. Morrison does the spin-a-rooney, which actually I missed, but I thought it looked pretty cool from what I could see of it. Because they didn't show any replays, the dickheads. More double teaming to Bunny. Priest accidentally distracts the ref, giving Miz and Morrison a chance to destroy him with double teaming and cheap shots. Bunny with a big boot to Miz, takes Morrison down. Tornado DDT. Priest fired up on the corner. Priest comes in and takes down Miz and Morrison like crazy. Morrison's dropped with a clothesline. Elbows to Miz and Morrison. Miz suplexed into Morrison. South of Heaven chokeslam. The South of Heaven chokeslam hits. Bunny attacks Morrison. Tandem Falcon arrows. Both of them cover for 2 counts. Suicide dive by Priest with help from Bad Bunny hits the splashdown onto Miz and Morrison outside. The Reckonings gets reversed into the Skull Crushing finale, but Bad Bunny breaks it up. Miz is kicked away. Morrison's hit with a destroyer by Bad Bunny and by Bad Bunny. Miz is taken down again by Priest. Doomsday Device crossbody, which looked really cool. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest win 20 out of 10, 4-2 on predictions. I cannot believe how good that match ended up being. For how stupid the build, for how stupid the idea behind the build was. It ended up being a great match. Bad Bunny clearly has a lot of love and respect for this business, and the match fucking showed it. There's a lot of celebrities who come into this business, who come into wrestling, and don't try very hard. I'm looking at you, Snoop Dogg and Shaquille O'Neal. And, like, he had a destroyer and a Doomsday Device style move, and, like, that's not easy to do. So I have to give him massive props for, 1, the love and respect he has for this business, and 2, for putting on a hell of a match from night 1. Match number 7 with the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. Prediction was Belair for both. If I rush through this, I'm very sorry. Sasha does have an interesting new look for Mania. She has like a blue and green hairstyle, which I thought looked pretty cool. Bianca's very emotional. She's kind of crying at the start of the match because, I mean, this is historical. Not only is it 2 women in the main event, which we've only seen one other time with women in the main event, but also it's 2 black women in the main event, which they point out very quickly before the match even starts, which, yeah, it is. 2 black women are main eventing at least one night of WrestleMania, and I think they deserve it so much. Bianca kips up behind Sasha. Lots of shoving between them. Bianca with some strength moves, taunting Sasha. Belair's in control. Sasha's thrown into a corner. Her head bounces off the camera, which is very funny. Bianca tries to slam her down, but she reverses, sending her outside. Bianca's hung up on the rope. Sasha hits a suicide dive, almost smashes her face on the ground. Belair powers up into a press, walks up the stairs, still with the press, and then slams Sasha into the ring. Sasha uses the ponytail to take advantage. Lots of kicks as she holds it. Hits a big running knee. Momentum shifting back and forth a lot. Banks went for the double knees in the corner, but it's reversed and she gets slammed down. Sasha uses the hair again. Belair uses it to pull her into the ring post. Sasha goes to hit the double knees against the barricade, but it's avoided. Back in at 9. Vertical suplex with a lot of stalling after reversing a roll-up. Squats with her 2 fucking times after bouncing her off the ropes. Hits it, isn't able to pin. Belair takes advantage using her hair to throw Sasha down again. Big standing shooting star press to Sasha's back. Plants her down face first with a massive slam. Heads up top, 450 splash to the knees. Belair with some big sit-out power bombs for a 2 count. Goes for a 3rd and Banks counters it into a face buster. Banks attacking in the corner. Sasha with a beautiful tornado DDT. So she bounced off the turnbuckle, then bounced off the ropes, and then hit it, which I thought looked fantastic. Frog Splash to Belair for a 2 count. DDTs the arm after a lot of kicks. Sasha attacking her outside, slamming her into the steps, using Belair's braid for a submission, turns it into the bank statement. Belair gets to the rope as Sasha tries to roll back to the middle until Bianca rolls back to the rope. Banks set up top. Bianca climbs up after, stomping her leg down. Bianca moves up, making Sasha need the turnbuckle. 450 splash to Sasha for a 2 count. Bianca loses it, picks Sasha up. Banks grabs the hair to avoid the knee strike. Loud slap with the hair. Goes for it again, but Sasha avoids it. Backstabbers avoided. The kiss of death is hit. And Belair wins 20 out of 10. 5-2 predictions. Unless you're Michael Cole and your eyes don't work. This was the worst call of the entire weekend. And Michael Cole had some very bad calls, but this was the worst. Greg Hamilton's wasn't even as bad as this. Michael Cole says Sasha kicks out at 2, when clearly she fucking didn't. Belair deserves it like so much. She fucking deserves it so much. Cole's a fucking moron, alright? Just, I can't believe he fucked up so badly on that. It was a great match when the build wasn't really that great. I loved it. Great job for both Sasha and Bianca. But Cole fucked up so badly. Like, when you look back at it, like they showed the replay, it doesn't even look like Sasha kicked out. And he's like, oh, the shot got me. No, Cole, you're just a fucking idiot. The whole match was great, and Sasha and Bianca tore the house down, and then Cole's fucking call at the end just completely fucking kills the entire moment when Bianca actually wins, because he's a fucking moron. But congrats to Bianca Belair. Congrats to Sasha Banks on such a great match as well. And Michael Cole, I hate you so fucking much. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys thought of WrestleMania 37 Night 1. And the Night 2 prediction will go out a little bit after this one does. Or Night 2 review, sorry, will go out a little bit after this one does. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay golden. Peace.